Hey guys, Kitsy Higgins here. I help women succeed with the help of their deceased loved ones. In this video, I wanted to talk about the one big block that you might be having when you are going after your dream life or your life desires. So this could be some beliefs that are holding you back. Could be in regards to moving to a different place. It could be a new job. It could be your business. It could be looking to find a relationship that fulfills you and is amazing. There are many scenarios in your life that this block could be affecting. It's essentially anything that you kind of desire, you may be having this block. So I'm going to give a quick story about how I originally experienced this block and how it was brought to my attention that those thoughts were not helping me. So a few years ago, almost 2.5 years ago, I was living in a town outside of Pittsburgh, which is where I'm currently living. And I had a dream that I was being pushed to move someplace. So I really debated about it. And, my friend at the time was like, if this is, what you want to do, then you need to put in the steps and take action and do it to make it reality. And so I kept driving from the town I lived in to Pittsburgh where I wanted to move. And I took 40 minutes each way. Gas isn't cheap, as we all know. And then spending the time to have to look at apartments, it felt defeating. It felt like a big waste of time and money. And I'll never forget the time that I told my friend of that, I feel like this is just a great big waste of time and money. And she said, essentially by you doing this and by you saying that and you being like, okay, well, I give up because it's taking up my money and it's taking up my time, then essentially you are saying to the universe, your future and your future life and the future of where you're desiring to go is a waste of time and it's a waste of money. And that those desires and dreams, like, you shouldn't do them. And it's just a waste, so why even bother? So I realized to myself, that really made sense. And she said, do you really want to show to the universe that those things aren't, that moving isn't important to you, and that leaving a place that feels awkward and uncomfortable and going to a place that feels good and feels great and feels expansive for your life is good, then don't you want to be showing to the universe that that's what you're kind of going after? And I thought, yeah, I definitely want to do that. And so it really made me think in that moment of how important it was to say, hey, even if I'm having these fears of this is a waste of time and this is a waste of money, that I'm going to keep going and keep looking. And even if I'm feeling defeated right now, I'm going to keep going. And usually what I've noticed is that when you have that feeling of defeat, when you have that feeling of it's a waste of time and money, some things usually change, especially after the feeling of defeat. So luckily, in the end, I did keep going. I kept looking at apartments. I kept going. I kept, spending my money. I kept taking the time to look at apartments. And shockingly and amazingly, I found I'm going to put my hand down. I found an apartment that fit perfectly. I had a senior citizen dog and it fit his hips, and it worked okay for the kids. It wasn't perfect, but we made it work and we dealt with it. And it was rather affordable, and our neighbors were paying almost $300 more than we were because we had a different landlord. And it was in the exact place I wanted it to be in. So really, it worked out beautifully. And yes, there was ups and downs, and there were challenges and beliefs I had to get rid of. And I had to work with my son to help him to remove his beliefs and blocks too. But in the end, we are now in this town. It all worked out. We even moved and bought a new house so we can feel safe and secure. And yeah, it's really a great thing. So if I would have allowed those two thoughts of that, it's a waste of time and a waste of money to look at apartments back then, I would not be where I am today. Again, I've done that with my business where it's like, okay, I don't have something, succeed, and I don't have the end result I was hoping for. And then I feel like it's a waste of time and money. And then feeling like that sometimes with dating, where you're just like, oh my gosh, like I'm on this never ending loop or cycle. Um, you may also be like, it feels like a waste of time and money. Um, but and maybe that's sometimes what the guy feels like, is it's a waste of time and money. But you're still showing to the universe that you are trying. You're still showing to the universe and to God and to your higher self, whatever it is, that you mean business and that you are taking the steps that you need, aligned action, to achieve the thing that you're desiring. So if you are feeling defeated, if you're feeling like it's just a great big waste of time and money, and if you're desiring something big, that's strong, that you really, really want to be doing, then keep going. If you hear those pop up and you're like, yep, I want to keep doing it because it's a waste of time and money, then no, okay, this is just my subconscious keeping me comfy, keeping me where I'm at, and I got to keep going, and I got to keep showing to my subconscious that it's okay, and I got to keep showing to the universe that this is what I'm desiring and I'm choosing to do this. So I leave that with you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you many blessings. And yeah, I look forward to hearing in your comments what you are going after, what you're trying to achieve, and if you're also seeing that those negative beliefs that are rearing in your head. So thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great day. Bye.